powerful words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Auburn's offense will be first on the attack. Last year's Iron Bowl is pretty much what we've come to expect when it's in Tuscaloosa, as scripted as it was a year ago. The drama you tend to find when they play in Jordan-Hare, but there's no mistaking the intensity no matter where these two get together.
Yeah, and Auburn didn't play their best, but this rivalry always provides fun. Like, there's some way, somehow, it shouldn't happen. Where it's played has always mattered. It seems like it will swing the pendulum a little bit.
There he goes! Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Off near the sticks, it's Coleman. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like, fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Runs through the tackle, and he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up short of the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Miller with the ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. Five-star backer, verbal commitment. Some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? getting the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give is to Miller. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Alabama offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Miller with the ball. Wrestled down at the 26, it's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
It's complete on the right side. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He wants it all. Touchdown time! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So it's a 70. Touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on to the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Throws to the back. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The sure hands, it's Miller.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll for the second half. Using his feet to buy time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
So now it's second and long. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Simmons. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he was able to run run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it on the read. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Never a doubt. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give is to Miller. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. The quick out. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outlet.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cuevas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. from the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Ready to fire from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. In the final period with a third down play. Looking to throw on third. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. With the catch, it's Bernard. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
He now has 53 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They want to run it left here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Unloads it left. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. We're ready to do it again.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Touchdown, Bama! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Auburn offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Throwing right. This dude is just a master along the sideline, getting that foot in bounds for the nice game.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. They're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
They caught
defense. You got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Auburn lines up quickly. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Makes the grab. It's Miller. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To throw, it's Simpson. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. He's going to let it go. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's Cobb. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson.